Hello, my name is Dalton Parker, and this is my Inhibition, Lengthening, Overactive Muscles video for PFTR 2320. In this assignment, we were given a case study of an 18-year-old basketball player who demonstrated a knee valgus when they land after a vertical jump. Knee valgus is also referred to as valgus collapse or medial knee displacement. Knee valgus can be caused by a multitude of different factors, but the most common are weak hips, which are a deficiency in the gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, and gluteus maximus, the hip rotators or the hip abductors, tight ankles, which are deficiencies in the gastrocnemius, the soleus or the tibialis anterior, impaired quadriceps, which is more on the medial side, so the vastus medialis oblique, impeded hamstring functionality, which is the semitendinosus and semimembranosus. To determine the cause of the knee valgus, range of motion assessment is going to need to be performed to determine the exact cause. Since we don't have the actual client, we are going to demonstrate inhibition exercises, which are self-myofascial release exercises, and lengthening exercises, which are static stretching exercises, for each of the common or potential causes for the knee valgus. First, we're going to perform a glute release. So you have a trigger point ball. You're going to lie supinated with a slight flexion in the knees. Then you're going to lift up the butt and you're going to put the ball underneath your butt. I'm just going to demonstrate first, and then I'll have the client perform the exercise. So, you lie on your back, have a slight flex in your knees, lift your butt up, put the ball underneath, and then lay it down. Put your arms to your sides, just for stability's sake. Then you move left and right, up and down. Okay? Let's have you try. Now lift up your butt, put the trigger ball under, left and right, up and down. Just like that. Next, we're going to perform a supinated glute stretch. This is also known as a figure 4 stretch. So once again, we're going to lie supinated, slight flex in the knees. We're going to have our arms down just for stability's sake. You're going to lay flat so that you're not using your abdominal muscles to have a slight flex up. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take one leg and you're going to cross it over. So your ankle should line up with your knee. Then you're going to take both hands and you're going to grab the knee that does not have the ankle crossed, and you're going to pull upwards. You're going to feel a stretch in your glute muscles here. Okay, now we're going to have the client perform. Yeah. And lift. And you'll feel in the gluteal muscle right there.
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to do a foam roll on the hip abductor muscles. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay on the ground pronated, and then we're going to put the foam roller under our adductors while we're lying down, and then we're going to rotate back and forth. I'll demonstrate. So we're going to lie on the ground, we're going to stick out our knee, we're going to have it flexed to about a 90-degree angle, we're going to put the foam roller right next to our hip, and then we're going to shift our weight so that the foam roller is in, and then shift so that the foam roller is out. Shift in and out. Okay, we're going to have the client perform the exercise. Just a little bit. There you go. Okay, wait. Stick the knee out. Yeah. We're going to actually move this in just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And in and out. Shift in and out. Awesome. Now we're going to perform a stretch to help lengthen the adductor muscles. This is actually a yoga pose known as the bound angel. So what you're going to do is you're going to the palms of the feet so that they're touching. Now, what I do to make this stretch more intense and just to help pull the adductors a little easier is I put my hands on my ankles and I pull towards the inside of the body, making sure that your chest stays upwards and vertical. Use your elbows to push your knees down. This is going to want to make you pull the chest forward, but try to fight it and try to keep as tall as possible. So like this. Okay, now we'll have the client perform the exercise. Okay, feet touching each other. Yeah, just like that. And push down. Awesome. Now we're going to foam roll out our hamstrings. Now to perform this, we're going to have the client sitting. We're going to have the foam roller perpendicular to the body, whereas with the other stretches we've had them parallel. So what you do is you put foam roller about right in with when you have your knees flexed up. You put your hands behind you just for a base of support and stability. Now, you lengthen the foot that is right underneath the foam roller. You lift your butt up, and then you foam roll up and down. To make this stretch more intense, we're going to use the rolling foot, and we're going to put it over top of on the quadriceps of the opposite foot, and then we can foam roll up and down. But for most clients, what we're going to do is we're going to have them keep the foot down just so that the base of support is a little bit wider. Okay, now we're going to have the client perform the exercise. Right. Arms behind, lift up the butt, and up and down, and up and down. Awesome. Now we're going to perform a hamstring stretch. This is also known as feet up. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to lay on our back, and then we're going to have our feet sitting up against the wall. I'll demonstrate. So what we do is we lay back up against the wall, we push our feet up, and we lift. Just like this. You have your butt touching the wall and your ankles touching the wall as well. I'll bring the camera from the other side just so that we have a better view when the client performs the exercise. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is come up, yeah, get a little bit closer, right to the wall, yep, straight up, butt touching, ankles touching, awesome. Okay, now we're going to foam roll on our quadricep. So what we're going to do, it's just like the hamstring stretch. We're going to have the foam roller laying perpendicular to the body instead of parallel. So we're going to lay pronated onto the ground. We're going to focus more on the medial side of the quadricep, which is your vastus medialis oblique. Now, we're going to lay pronated. You're going to keep the knee of the non-foam rolled leg on the ground just so that you have a little bit more base of support. And then you're going to lay down on your elbows and wrists. So just lay like this. Just like so. And down and up and down and up. Okay, now we'll have the client perform the stretch. I'll just lift up a little bit. Okay. Forward, back, and forward, and back. You can see that her knee stays on the ground so that the base of support is a little lower. Okay, now we're going to perform a quadriceps stretch. So for this one, what we're going to have the client do is lay pronated or face down on the ground. So I'll demonstrate. So we're going to have them laying face down. We're going to get a little flex in the knee. We're going to take the hand, we're going to grab the edge of the foot or the toes, and then we're going to try to get the heel to touch the butt. just like this. And hold for a couple of seconds, and then let go. Okay, we're going to have the client perform the stretch. Lift up, just like this. Slow, gentle. And let go. Okay. Now we're going to foam roll out our calf. So what we're going to do is we're going to, just like with the hamstring, we're going to sit with a little flex in the knee, arms behind the body, knee flexed so that there is a larger base of support. We're going to lift up our butt. We're going to have the knee straight, and then we're going to go up and down, up and down. So just like with the hamstring stretch, to intensify this, we can lift up the non-foam rolling leg, we can put it over top, and then we can go up, and we can go down. We're going to have the client perform the stretch. Yeah, just like that. Hands back, yeah. Down. And up. And down. Up. The next stretch that we're going to perform is a calf stretch. So with a calf stretch, what we're going to have you do is standing up against the wall, elbows and wrists touching the wall, knee and toe touches the wall, and then the opposite foot is parallel with the foot against the wall. I'll demonstrate this one. What we do is we put our elbow and our wrist, elbow and wrist, we take the toes, touch the wall, the knee touches the wall, and then the opposite foot is in line or parallel with the foot against the wall, and you try to get the knee to touch, or the heel to touch the ground. I will also show from a different angle so we can have a better view. Elbows touch, knees touch, just like that.